Hey guys, Chris Fix here. Today we're going to change out the spark plug wires on my 2001 Mazda B3000. This is the same thing as a Ford Ranger. This is the 3-liter V6. So the Ford Ranger, Mazda B3000, and similar models will have similar setup. And this will just apply to pretty much any car. Just a little bit different procedure, obviously, if you have a V6, a V8, straight 4, or whatever. But this will give you an idea how to replace the spark plug wires. If you haven't changed your spark plugs, now's a good time to also change your spark plugs, but I have changed my spark plugs, so I'm just changing the wires out. The truck has 110,000 miles, and it's time. To see how to diagnose the spark plug wires, see if they're bad, I'll put a video up here, and you could click on that video, or you could click on the link in the description below, and that'll give you an idea of how you diagnose the spark plug wires to see if they're bad, because a lot of times it's hard to tell. So here's everything you're going to need to change the spark plug wires. You're going to need your spark plug wires. In my case, Auto Parts Warehouse sent me over some Bosch premium wires. This is a V6, so there's 6 different wires. They're at different lengths. The thing I suggest you to do is organize them from smallest to largest so they're easy to find, and you just compare the lengths as you go through. And you're going to need a flathead screwdriver because there's going to be clips. You're going to try to pop the clips open, the wire loom clips. They're going to hold the wires in place. And if yours are old like mine, they're old and brittle, they'll probably snap. And here's an example of a wire loom that snapped on me. You can see the plastic's just brittle. So if you're going to have problems with the wire looms, you might also want to get some zip ties. The zip ties will be useful for making your own wire looms. And if you want to see how to make the wire looms with zip ties, I'll put another video up in the corner here. You could click on that, or you could check out the video link in the description below. So before we begin taking the wires off, I want to show you how this clip works because they keep breaking. You have to take a flathead screwdriver and just like that, pry upwards, and that'll pop right open. So that gives you an idea how these clips open and close. That's going to be the toughest part of this whole change. Everything else is really easy. So on a V6 like this engine, you're going to have 3 spark plug wires on this side of the engine, and then 3 spark plug wires on the opposite side of the engine. It's that V formation. What you want to first find is your distributor cap. In this case, it's an electronic distributor, but you can see all the wires, all 6 of them, go right to this. So this is going to be our starting point. Now we're going to do the shorter wires first, and that on this engine is on the passenger side. So you can see here, there's the electronic distributor, there's a wire loom holder, and there's the 3 spark plug wires. We're going to do one wire at a time so we don't confuse which wire goes where. And just to see the other side where the spark plug wires route to, they go behind the engine. You can see the wire loom right there, and then they go to each spark plug right next to the exhaust manifold. So I'm just using a metal crowbar to hold up these wires to get them out of the way so you could see this. The first thing would be to get this wire loom open. So just like I showed you before, get that flathead screwdriver in there and twist. Now you open the clip up and pop the wires out. Luckily with this clip I didn't break it, so we could reuse it. You can see here there's a clip that actually mounts to the head, and another one right there that mounts to the head. And all you do to get this clip out is right on the top here, same exact thing. Unclips right on the top here, and that unclips. Now you can pop the wire out. You just twist this so it gives you more access, and then you can pull the wires out. So now all the wires on the passenger side are out of their looms, and they could be removed. We'll do one at a time. Just for your own reference, just in case if you mess up and you don't know where the spark plug wire goes, that's the rear cylinder on the passenger side, middle cylinder on the passenger side, front cylinder on the passenger side. So let's take off the front cylinder on the passenger side. They just pop off the spark plug like that. If you can't get them off, you just twist a little bit, break the seal, and then pull out. And that's our first wire. So we take our first wire over to our new wires, and we lie down our old wire next to our new wires, and we can see it's the smallest one right here, which makes sense. And that's how you figure out which wire is the corresponding wire. So now we'll go put this new one in. These brand new Bosch spark plug wires are really nice. They come pre-lubed with dielectric grease so that it creates a good seal, so you don't have to grease them at all. You just attach them right to the spark plug. So now you can see your spark plug. Just get your new spark plug wire, push it on, and you'll hear it click and feel it click. Just like that. And that's what you want to feel to know that it's in all the way. Now we take this end, we route it back up the way it was. And this actually has 2 clicks. So now that this wire's in here, face it away from the manifold. You do not want these wires hanging on that manifold. Okay, now let's get the other wires out. Next one, put your hand down there, twist and pull. Just put this down here, This next one that we just pulled out is the next size up. So we'll get our new wire, push till you feel that click, route the wire up on the electronic distributor. Good, that's 2 down. 1 more on this side to go. Our last wire is a tight squeeze in the back. Just pull it off. Pull that off. Good. So we'll get our new wire. Push it in until you feel it click. Now with this one you could see, here's the exhaust manifold, here's the wire. They come really close, so push the wire over so it doesn't come close to the exhaust manifold. So now we'll just put this over the distributor. All 3 on this side are done. Now let's wire them up, put them in the looms. You can see that they're in the wire clips. I made my own wire clips for places that they broke. They're not touching any hot exhaust pieces, and they're not touching any pieces of engine in general, so they don't chafe. So now the passenger side spark plug wires are done. So we'll move to the driver's side, and the first thing we'll do on the driver's side is remove all the wiring looms again. So you can see this one back here against the firewall. Okay, it's popped open. Now we'll pop this one open. That's popped open. And now we're ready to remove the wires from the driver's side. Now that the wires are taken out of the wire holders, we're going to start by taking off the top wire that was in the top wire holder. And that one connects to the rear spark plug. Just pull that out, run it behind the engine. It's kind of tight in the back the way they route it, so you're gonna have to really just like move wires around and get it through. I'm not gonna route it this way, I'm gonna route it a little bit differently. So you can see that rear spark plug has the middle spot on the electronic distributor. Got our wire out. Come to our spark plug wires, and you can see the next size up will be this guy. So we'll take this back. I have my new spark plug wire here, and the only difference is, you see how these old spark plug wires get routed underneath all this electronic equipment and against the engine block? I'm gonna route the new ones around the wires and stuff to keep it away from the engine block, keep it closer to the firewall, and that'll keep the wires cooler and also prevent chafing on any engine pieces. So the driver's side of the engine is going to be the same as the passenger that we just did. You just push these back in, 2 clicks, and then route the wire. Good, now let's get the other 2 done. We'll move to the middle cylinder on that driver's side. So that's the rear driver cylinder, that's the middle driver cylinder, and that's the front driver cylinder. So now if you mix up your spark plug wires or something, you know where to put each one. We have our new wires here. We'll grab that. Same process. Again, routing that wire around the back. Push that in, make sure it clicks. And don't worry, we'll get the wires situated neatly once we finish the last one. Last one, just pull out. Same procedure. Good. With all 6 spark plug wires in place, now I'm going to start routing them correctly so they're not against any exhaust manifolds, any hot pieces of metal, and there's no chafing. So I just finished routing the wires so they look really nice. You can see on the passenger side, I have them coming from the electronic distributor over and around, and it's away from the electronics, which is right here. It's like the main electronics for the car. It runs down away from the engine, which is hot. I made these wire keepers here. They look really good. Hold it in place, there's no chafing. I already showed you the passenger side, they look good. Because my clips broke, I had to do like this crisscross pattern on one of the broken wire loom holders, but that holds it in nice and tight. And everything's good, not touching any of the hot metal, and anything really. You don't want it to chafe, so it's not touching anything. Now I'm gonna start her up, make sure she runs right, there's no misfires. Okay, job well done. Everything's all set. It looks real good, it runs real well. Gonna get better fuel economy, better idle quality, less radio noise. I'd like to thank Auto Parts Warehouse for sending me these brand new Bosch wires to install and make a video about. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That helps me out. Also, hit the subscribe button. I publish how-to videos weekly, and I answer all my YouTube comments and questions. Also, check out the Chris Fix Facebook and Twitter links in the description below. If you use Facebook or Twitter, those links below will give you updates on when I publish videos, when I give top tips, and when I do giveaways. On the screen will be 4 videos that are related to spark plugs and changing wires. You could click the videos on the screen, and the links will also be in the description below just in case you can't click the screen.